What?
That sound you just made.
I was just speaking. I never made any sound.
Mister, did you hear the sound?
Oh, I thought it was like the speaker or something.
Yeah, it got my kitten to scratch me, and I looked and I saw it came from him.
What was the sound like? No, that wasn't me. Because I was just speaking. I don't know. Because I'm not even eating and I'm not.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Miss Joy. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying much. I was just saying that's beautiful, like he said. Also, I'm eating, so I'm going to be on mute a little bit.
Yeah. Thickums, you were saying, reminds me of question I asked Christopher why you still remain that. Yeah, that is the reason.
Yes, I remember how I asked you last time why how come you still remain dark? Yeah. I just remembered that question when I was trying to explain the story I found out about the cavemen.
Yeah. We have this kind of thing like we have to maintain our genes. Like let me say, my family, it's a family of people that we are so tall. We are so tall in my family, especially like in my clan. The tallest people come through my grandfather or my great grandfather. Like most of my clan people, they are not that tall, the average. But there's that we are kind of like serious on that, like to conserve our genes. So when I'm going to get married to someone, my people have to look at her and be like, is she as tall as you? We don't need these bones to go to waste, that kind of feeling. So I think that's why we still remain black, except other African societies.
Yeah, no, I meant from like the colonization times.
Yeah. Of course, it was the same tradition that we never. I remember I have one of I don't know my relationship with her, but it's a woman. I call her my aunt because she's related to my mom. And right now, our daughter is living with us. She's light skinned. She has that Arab hair stuff, and she got married to an Arab, and it became a problem to her, by the way, back in the day, because our societies were not agreeing with that life. But nowadays, it's no problem that I accept it. She's now living with us. The daughter is living with us. Yeah. So that is why I think our Southerners, we remain intact. Like, we are not contaminated by the colonialism and all that. And I told you guys, in South Sudan, what was used was indirect rule. Indirect rule is where they get people from that area to govern that area on behalf of the colonialists. This was a trick that was used all over Africa. But in the northern part, there was direct colonialism, where like the whites were there by themselves to govern the areas. But in the south, there was a lot of resistance. So to decrease that, if the whites were to increase their presence in the south, the resistance was going to increase. So what they had to do to make us feel that we are still by ourselves is to get people among us to govern us on their behalf.
Like, what do you mean? Like, pretending?
Yes, they were pretending. Like, let me say, me right now, let me say I'm going to colonize South Sudan, and then I get Salva Kiir to rule South Sudan for me. But you're actually being colonized, and my presence is not seen in South Sudan. I'm colonizing South Sudan out of South Sudan.
Oh, with traitors?
Yes, you use those traitors.
So that's indirect.
Indirect rule. That was indirect rule. Because when the colonialists came to Africa, there were two types of rule they applied, depending on the societies. The societies that were too resistant, and they could call us savages and barbaric by then, because we were not accepting. Like in Maasai land, there were only two whites that crossed Maasai land, because Maasai land, the first white that came to Maasai land was unalived. The second was unalived. The third was unalived. There was only one guy called, he was German. He was called Kenan. Over Kenan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, Kenan Kraft. Kenan Kraft is the one who translated the English version of the Bible into Kiswahili. And is the only first white man to pass across Maasai land, because the Maasais were not entertaining anyone that was foreign to them. The same with Buganda. There was a bishop that was unalived in Buganda, because in the Uganda, there was a prophecy that the person that is going to take over you guys and colonize you people will come from the east. And that bishop came from the eastern direction. So the king, the first time the king had it, the king was like, don't let him reach my palace and alive him, which was true because all the colonialists that colonized Uganda came from the east. Are you seeing that? Yes, they came from the east.
What power did the people of South Sudan have that they had to send them traders instead of actually sending them the colonizers to mix?
We were too fierce. When I say too fierce, we were not entertaining like the Maasai people. We were not entertaining anyone outside of our society to enter our societies. So if there were to be more white people, because the only white people that ever got in our societies were the colonialists, were the missionaries who came with the religions, and there were very few. And this is why until today, the Arabs could not manage to infiltrate Islam into Southern Sudan. Islam is not there in South Sudan. It's there, but on a small percentage. It's like even 1% of South Sudan. But the missionaries managed, and there was also too much resistance because until now we have Southern Sudanese that are still practicing African traditional beliefs. Because it's not all Southern Sudan that is Christian, by the way. That analyzation is wrong. Not all Southern Sudanese are Christians. We have a good number of African traditional believers plus Christians, and then Islam is like 1%. So that showed that we were resistant. There was too much resistance. So if the whites were to come by themselves, because what you should know, South Sudan was colonized with a collaboration. There was the Anglo-Egyptian colonialism in Sudan. And Anglo, that is the British. Egyptian were the Egyptian people of nowadays. That there was a collaboration, but we resisted these people. So what they had to use, and that is why Khartoum or Northern Sudan was developed and the southern part wasn't developed when it comes to infrastructure and all that, because we resisted a lot. So they had to look for people among us who had certain interests for themselves and use these people to rule us on their behalf. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if I'm now making sense.
So technically, South Sudan was not colonized.
It was colonized, but indirectly. Like I'm telling you, there was two types of colonization. There was indirect rule, and it was not only in South Sudan. There were other African countries that indirect rule was applied. They chose people among themselves, and these people were given benefits. We have Africans whose children were taken to England for education, as long as they are helping the whites to rule the black people on their behalf.
When I say that technically it wasn't, I'm saying it in terms of they didn't fully finish the whole colonization process with the whole whitewashing as well.
They didn't in South Sudan. That is why I'm telling you that we are not all Christians, by the way. We have a good percentage, yeah.
I'm talking about the whitewashing as in the mixing, in the interbreeding, and then washing out the complexion.
That didn't happen in South Sudan. So if you have to say like that, you're right. We were not fully, or we're not technically colonized. You're right when you say that. Yes, I understand you.
So that changes everything.
Yes.
Damn.
That is how colonization worked in Africa.
Yeah.
It's not only South Sudan. There are other areas, like when you go to Kenya, there's Maasai land. You come to Uganda, there was the Karamojas who were also Nilotic, that were like us and could not accept this infiltration.
This is wild. And then they said the only country that didn't get colonized was Ethiopia.
Ethiopia was not colonized, but
it was colonized. They mixed.
It was colonized because they resisted. But in 1941 to 1945, the Italians had taken over.
And they mixed.
Ethiopia. There was mixture of that happened. So Ethiopia,
They
okay.
completed it.
People do say it was not colonized, it was just invaded, but that was colonization because when the Italians came to Ethiopia, we have what is called the Lion of Judah that was taken from Addis Ababa to Italy. It's still in the museum in Italy right now. So basically, in my understanding, they were colonized.
Yes.
So that is.
Let me stop here. I'm getting more like revelations. I don't want this.
No, just ask me questions. If you feel like I can answer anything that is within my capacity to give you that understanding and the insight, you can ask me. You don't need to be quiet.
No, so the next revelation that came to mind is the fact that, okay, if they lied about the only country not being colonized, that means they must have lied about where they found the first, the remains of the first human.
What have they told you about the remains of the first human being?
They said it was located in the country that was not colonized.
Which country is that?
The country that apparently was not colonized, but they fully
Ethiopia.
colonized.
It is a lie.
That's what I said.
The remains of the first human being, they are found in Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania.
Oh, that's a different one.
If you ever get an opportunity to go to Tanzania, please visit that place. It's called Olduvai Gorge. Let me write it down here for you.
Is that next to Victoria Falls?
Yes, it's not far because this is the creation of this is where, how do I call it, humanity? This is the origin of humanity. Ethiopia is historic, but Ethiopia is not historic in that manner. Yes. So the first remains of the oldest human being, they are not found in Ethiopia. Whoever said that is one of the biggest lies. They are found in Olduvai Gorge. Olduvai Gorge is found in Tanzania.
It's a colonizers museum. They said that.
Yeah, of course. You know, the colonizers claimed everything. So when they came, they're the ones that were discovering people. So you never existed until they discovered you. Now you imagine, like Lake Victoria. You have heard of Lake Victoria, not so? Lake Victoria was named by John Smith after Queen Victoria of England when he came to Uganda or Eastern Africa was it in the 17th century. But now, when he came, he discovered it. He's the one who discovered Lake Victoria. Yet Lake Victoria has an indigenous name. The indigenous name of Lake Victoria is called Lake Nalubale in Uganda. The original name of Lake Victoria is Lake Nalubale. Nalubale.
Why did Uganda name it when they've got only a little bit of it? It's
because of colonization, and the president who got in power right now has refused to change that, because the president has the capacity to say today that we are taking the name of this lake to the original name, which is the indigenous name. It is Nalubale, not Victoria.
No, that's what I'm asking. Why did Uganda name it when there was only a little bit of the lake in Uganda, but mostly more of it in Tanzania?
No, most of it is in Uganda and Tanzania. And then Kenya has little, and then, yeah.
Okay, from the image I got, the big part was in Tanzania, and then Uganda had a small part of it.
Yes. Kenya has the smallest part. But what I can tell you, those days, we never had Tanzania or Uganda or Kenya. What we had were societies. So the societies that were around the lake was the same Bantu society. It's just like when you come and say that right now, like in Africa, we have this crisis. These boundaries we have in Africa, by the way, they were drawn by the colonialists. This is still the reminder of colonialism in Africa. And in 1960s, there were African leaders that said that what we need to redraw the maps and the boundaries of Africa.
Yeah.
Yes. So those days there was no Tanzania, there was no Uganda. Uganda was created by the whites. Tanzania was created in Kenya, but it was just the same society that inhabited the area around Nalubale. Yes. It's just like when you go to the River Nile right now, when you go to Bor, there's a way we call that the Nile in board. When you go to Akobo, which is the area of the Nuers, there's a way they call it. When you go to Upper Nile, there's a way they call it. You go to Sudan, they call it Bar, what, I don't know, whatever. It's just going like that. So the area that was inhabited by the people had an indigenous name for that certain.
No, wait. In Sudan, we call it Nil al-Azraq or Nil al-Abyad.
That is in Sudan, but in South Sudan, we don't call it that way.
Bahar no, some of them. Yeah, they call it Bahar. Bahar al-Azraq or Bahar al-Abyad. They call it this way, same thing. But Bahar is Arabic, yeah? So there's
Bahar is Arabic. Now, even this one of Juba, it has a Bahari name because it is found in the area of the Bahari. And it has an Arabic name. The one in Konyakon.
That's what I said.
No, leave Arabic. You go to Amina, you go to Google Maps right now and see the Arabic name, and then you look for the Bahari name of that lake, of that river. In Juba, the one with the river, the one with the bridge on Konyo. There is an Arabic name and there's the Bahari name.
I don't know the Bahari name, but I know an Arabic name.
No, the one with Bahari is there. Because there was one Bahari guy who was, I think he passed away. He was some elder who narrated all those things, like the names of places in Juba right now that have been changed. Places like Atlabara, we have places Atlabara, that is Arabic, but there's a name in Bahari for Atlabara. You understand?
Why are you talking like Bahari?
Huh?
Why are you talking like you're Bahari?
I'm not Bahari, I'm Dinka.
Okay, because you say like you're Bahari.
No, I am someone who invests my time in the history of my country, so it's amazing. I feel good when I'm talking about these things.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I listen to elders from Bari, from Nuer, from Anuak to understand our societies, like I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's good. I have a question for Thikam, huh? Thikam. You said you will look at my portfolio and then come and tell me where. Yeah, the way I don't want to butcher it. Huh? I said I don't want to butcher it, but you looked like a cross between Nuer and Equatorian. But I'm wrong. It's nice though. I have some cousins who are Nuer. I have some cousins who are Nuer and some cousins who are Dinka. How are they your cousins? Through marriage. They have. Through marriage. Are they still considered your cousins? No, like the father or the mom will be Dinka or Nuer. Like you. Remember how like you are half Victoria half Dinka? Hello? Yeah. I'm trying to understand how you... Wait. You said through marriage. No, like my auntie, will be married to one Dinka or Victorian husband. Yeah, that's not like mine. It's not like you? No. So what are you? Like the mother will be Victorian and the father will be Dinka, so the kid will be half Victorian, half Dinka. That's me, yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. Some cousins. Chris.
Yes, Joy.
Stop laughing, Joy, man.
Too much.
Joy, you come to my class. You said you wanted to go to class. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I mean,
Joy, you'll enjoy his classes.
No doubt, but this man...
It was a different class, Malish. No, she failed the class. She just...
No.
I don't know why Joy is laughing at me. Joy, come up here and say why you think I'm not serious. Joy, come and say it. I want to understand.
Is Unity back? He's drawing.
So, Joy.
Yes.
I'm going to. I'll be writing a book when I get done with this low course that I'm pursuing. I'm working on a book.
I know you're a historian, but this is not a history class I'm going to.
What class are you going to?
Oh, sorry. I thought it was history class. Sorry.
Genevieve?
Oh, come on. Hey,
Is this man there?
Okay, I'm fine. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Not with you came with a different profile, so we have to start from zero. I'm sorry, I don't remember that. Where did you you change? I don't know. I didn't recognize you. You changed your profile. Hey, you know, for me, I was trying to figure out who you are for a second. So we've talked before, but the problem is, okay. Can you refresh me about the conversation? What were we like? Did we have any idea for animation? Did we make a story? Oh my goodness! I said it to so many people. It's even crazy. I'm trying to think. I know you don't care about the people, but I'm pointing out. Did we have a story theme that we had? 'Cause for me, I want to. Go ahead. Yeah, that's the problem. I want the theme. You must have incited a theme that we could have worked on. That's the thing that I don't remember. Huh? I don't think that was definitely not the theme. But damn, okay. Never mind. It's not worth. Let her repeat if she has the energy to. I was like, I didn't say that. Well, holla indeed. No, I thought you were talking about the skinny legs, skinny people or something. No muscles. All right. Yeah. No, I'm working on it now. It's rendering. Let me show you. I'll show you right. Let me show you. Let me show you real quick. It's rendering now. See? Hey, see that? Do you see this? Do you see apologetic? It's rendering. This is how the Boda part. Next part, I'm rendering it. It'll probably take the whole night. The one's rendering. You see it? I have not seen them. What do you thought? Where do you find them? Nah. Are you serious? I have not seen. I saw Juba Sokun. But what's the story about? Hey, could you put it in the comments? I'll go check it out. I didn't know there's other people doing animations. That's new information. I did not know there's a lot of people. That's cool, though. Do you think they're based in Juba or they're probably all over the world?
These are some of the guys I know that have been in East Africa but are now in Juba. So they do this, like the one I was telling you, there's this one of Manyang. And then this other guy has some funny name, but he does these things like daily life struggles in Konyo Konyo. Like, okay, this is an animation of a character that lives around Konyo Konyo, is just hustling. So you know how those conductors talk, the Arabic Konyo Konyo is different from Arabic Juba. Like,
Yeah.
you understand? So that makes it like more funny. Like, it's just the daily life struggles around Konyo Konyo, and for someone who has been in Juba, you can easily relate. Like, yeah, this is how these guys talk. This is what they do, and all that. I'll look it up to you, and then I'll send you some of their channels.
Yeah, send it to
check
me.
them out.
Are they on TikTok or only YouTube? All right, you can't hear me. Are they on TikTok or only YouTube?
They're on TikTok and YouTube.
Okay, I've not seen these people.
And that is why I like your Jalabia privilege, because the content of Jalabia privilege was kind of similar to theirs. That's the kind of content they do, like real facts that are happening in South Sudan about all those kind of things. Like,
You know this?
Yep. Yep.
If you're looking for the Equatorial girl, just now, yeah.
All right.
Right?
see this. Okay.
Finally, are you fully Equatorian?
Me?
Huh?
No, I'm not.
And from where?
I'm not replying. You said you will investigate.
Madi?
Gosh, no.
Huh?
No.
You
Can I
said
be
what?
honest?
Investigate and then tell me next time.
To me, I think Amina. Sorry, but I think she's Zandawi.
Zande.
No, she's not Zande.
Nah, she looks like Zandawi. She
No.
also sounds like Zandawi.
Zandes have a particular look on them.
But Zande
Eh?
Zande Victorian.
Loitama Zandawi, then you are Moro.
Oh my gosh.
If you're not any of those two, then I don't know now.
Ojulu or Bari?
Oh God, no. I'll come back next time and you tell me.
Ah,
Come with your theories ready. Don't fail me. Figmas, how come you're in Australia and then you're sitting up all night and Black Diamond too?
wait, where were you? I thought you were in Sydney.
No, I'm in heaven now.
Huh?
Even God was asking me, haven't you slept tonight?
Oh, don't worry, I'm in heaven too. I'm not in hell.
Yeah. I was like, where is Tickle?
I'm in heaven too. I'm not in hell.
Oh, how's heaven?
Heaven is amazing.
Really? Are you guarding of Edith's or the other?
So, God is Eden
the Black
is in me.
Circuit. Black Diamond. Alright guys, I'm peacing out.
No worries. Have a good night.
Thank you. See you. I join in. Think I'm still.
I'll see you next time. You come randomly. I'll see you next time.
I just got really really busy and I wasn't feeling well. That's why.
No, so welcome back.
Thank you.
Take care.
Think I'm still waiting for that video.
Mina. Hamina. Have a good one. Bye.
Give him body. My ex sister-in-law is her name is Amina.
Hamina.
Amina.
Amina is nice name. It means trust. I'm just trusting.
Yeah, you're giving body for Julu, Kakwa, that area. Anyways, goodbye.
Have a lovely morning.
Huh?
Have a lovely morning.
You too.
Bye, beautiful Joy. Unapologetic Clyde.
You finally got it right. Bye.
By the way, Joy, you're now here. What did I say that you were like? The way I said it was hilarious.
We move.
I want to know why you were laughing at me. That's my problem. Oh.
But yes, guys, I should head to my class. I'll catch you guys back here later
Sounds
in
good.
about 2 hours and a half. Huh?
Is it already?
Girl, I've been up here way too long. You know I enjoy our conversations. You can go
I
on
know.
for hours. You know that. But I gotta go handle some responsibilities. I'm trying to graduate in 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, you go handle that. I saw Sweetie. Sweetie's online. I think I might jump in on her live and go
Okay,
get
Mom.
some bit.
I will see you later then, okay?
No worries. Have a good day.
Bye, gentlemen. Thank you.
Bye, Christopher.
Yeah, nice
Bye,
thanks,
Julie. I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Tikams, before you go,
Mm?
you also know Swait and Nyaban?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Why?
Yeah, I asked because I love their content and whatever conversation that they're always in, and it's like Nyaban is this kind of person that is into these things of our ancestry and spirituality. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Nyaban, and especially Nyaban. I love Nyaban.
Yeah, I used to follow Nyaban from back in her personal training days when she was just into gym. Yeah.
She's amazing. I love her knowledge about, and she calls it, is it Ancientology?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I have also learned a lot from her in the last few days. Some of the things I didn't know, and some of the things that I know that are now making like sense. But she's connecting the dots.
What did you find out?
I don't want to sound like a colorist person, but
Hey.
about that thing of Horn of Africa.
I heard that part, yeah?
Yeah, the people of the Horn of Africa, I got to understand that the ones